Hi everybody, this is Karmagetin. Welcome to episode 31 of My Life Stories. Please take a moment to hit that like button so you don't forget to do it later. And if you have a little bit of extra time, listen to my playlist. Also, listen to the end of this video for a chance to win some new Karmagetin swag. Today's video has been sponsored by Pop's Trading Post. A link to Pop's Trading Post has been listed below. And now, without further ado, the name of this story is An Unforgettable Mentor. I saw a Facebook post from a friend of mine advising he got an offer of employment for a job he had been trying to get. He's young, and he has his whole life ahead of him. I hope this employment turns out to be everything he wants and needs. When I was 30 years old and very hungry, I applied for a position at a call center for a well-known insurance company I will refer to as Mega Insurance Company. Their interviewing process was brutal, and they had more than 200 applicants. We were all advised that we had to be on site for interviews starting at 7 a.m. At exactly 7 a.m., the doors to the facility were locked, and no other applicants were admitted. There were 32 managers in total on site, and we were required to interview with each and every single one of them. The competition was intense, and according to the HR person who was giving directions to the applicants, we were free to leave at any time. But if we took a break or went to the bathroom and missed even one interview, we would automatically be eliminated from the entire hiring process. The rather large group we started with dwindled by 6 p.m. that night. I was desperate for this job, so I was too terrified to go get something to eat or even to go to the bathroom. I persevered and finally got to my 32nd interview. I was hungry, exhausted, and was starting to second-guess myself as to whether I was really qualified for the position I wanted, or whether I would even be offered employment with this company. The job postings were for two different types of positions at the call center. One position was for a call center agent who sold insurance over the phone, and the other position was for what amounted to a secretarial position. I will refer to the last manager who interviewed me as BR. BR took a long look at my resume in his hands. We had been informed that we needed to have multiple copies of our resumes so that we could hand one to each and every manager that interviewed us. The first words out of BR's mouth were, "Would you consider a secretarial position?" I stood up slowly, looking at him, and saw nothing but red. I had been there since 7 a.m., and now it was after 6 p.m., and he was asking me to consider a secretarial position? A position that paid roughly as much as a retail job? I was incensed. Blood rushed to my face. The unmitigated gall of this man. So many emotions flitted through my face. My eyes narrowed to slits, and even though I never said it, I'm sure he could tell that on the inside I was screaming, "How dare you!" I marched right up to him and grabbed the resume out of his hands and stuffed it into my portfolio. "No, I would not consider it," I said, making direct eye contact. As I squared myself up, I realized that I would most likely be escorted off the property by security. To my utter shock, BR laughed and said, "I only asked if you would consider it. Please give me your resume, sit down, and let's finish interviewing you for the agent rep position." I was mortified. I handed the pitiful, crumpled resume back to him. It was the last one I had, and gingerly sat down in front of him. The interview went on, and I could scarcely believe that I had made it to the end, especially with the temper tantrum I had thrown in BR's office. Luckily for me, and I did not know this at the time, BR managed all the call center reps. Oh boy, I was so thrown for a loop when I found this out. BR turned out to be one of the best managers I've ever had, and I really loved the call center agent position. All in all, I worked for Mega Insurance Company for 10 years. I would have worked for Mega even longer, but Mega Insurance was sold to Maximum Insurance, and they laid off all the Mega reps. BR was a great mentor. He was kind and helpful, and he always had his agents' backs. He never held my undisciplined behavior against me, and always had an open-door policy for any issues or questions. Because he was so observant, he was able to pinpoint a health issue I had before I would even acknowledge it. If it had not been for BR, I would have never been able to go as far as I did with Mega Insurance. That call center agent position was a springboard for me to transition into management. I've since lost track of BR. His presence was in my past. But I really wish I had taken the opportunity to thank him for his leadership and his understanding. He was an outstanding human being. So I hope that my friend is happy with his new position and that he comes into contact with some great mentors that will help him advance in his field. I wish him all the best. Well, that was quite a story. The author was actually lucky to be able to finish the interviewing process, especially since everything happened almost like right at the very, very end. Let me just say that being a mentor for others requires a lot of discipline and patience. And being a mentor can also be a thankless job. Everyone expects you to help them, to teach them, and for you to answer questions, but you don't always get the appreciation or recognition that you should. If there's anyone in your life that has taken the time to make sure that you succeed in your industry, please take a moment to say thank you in the comments section. I myself have been lucky enough to have some of the very best people in my industry helping me to succeed. So I'm giving a shout out to Margaret Brown, Sharon Smiley, Tamara Morris, Randy McDaniel, Ken Starks, and last but never least, my number one fan, RJ Clement. You guys are the best. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And please either leave 3 heart emojis or leave a comment below to let the author know that you appreciate their story. Any feedback is very much wanted and appreciated. If you would like your story read on my channel, please submit your story to karma@karmagetin.com or post to you/Karmagetin on Reddit. All stories will be read anonymously with either initials, descriptions, or pseudonames only. Thank you again, Pops Trading Post, for sponsoring this video. If you would like to place an order through Pops Trading Post, please use discount code Karmagetin, all caps, for a 20% discount at checkout. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share with anyone and subscribe and hit the bell icon to not miss any new videos that come out. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Those of you that like and share my videos on YouTube or Facebook will automatically be entered in the drawing for Karmagetin or Pops Trading Post swag. Follow this link for a preview. And please bear in mind, we're still in the process of placing new items in there, so make sure that you check them out. That's my video for you today. Remember, do something nice today. Help me change the world.
It's not their turn, it's my turn to shine. Like the rays of the sunlight reaching out my arms.
See you next Tuesday. Stay positive, stay healthy, and most of all, stay alive. Have yourself a wonderful day and sleep tight. And I will see you later.